Good morning. Happy
Good
Tuesday.
morning. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Welcome.
Said it at the same time. High five. It is Tuesday, the 2nd in January. And what is it today? Get Off Your Acid TV Live.
Absolutely. Every Tuesday, bringing it to you.
I get so excited for this every week. I can't wait to get up and do this. I was up at 5 a.m.
Awesome.
5 a.m. this morning. I usually do 5 a.m., but as we know, January, it's a little harder to do 5 a.m. Why is that? It's because maybe we've eaten too much carbs or sugar. It was the holidays recently. It's about to snow in New York City, at least. I don't know where you live, but it's about to snow here.
Very cold again.
We want to hibernate again. So today, again, we're going to talk to our expert guru, Dr. Daryl Gioffre. He is a holistic and health and wellness practitioner in chiropractic, in Alkaline, in so many different areas.
Yeah.
So we love coming into your Facebook every week to talk to you about your health, and we're calling it Healthing.
And thank you for being with us today and for joining us.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, we're here for you.
I'm exhausted today, and I'm feeling moody and tired, and I have to be really honest with you.
You don't look it or sound it.
I ate some ice cream.
Okay.
I wasn't doing it, and then my mom came over for the weekend, and we got low-fat ice cream, and I ate it, and then I looked at the book, and I said, okay, I'm trying to figure out why I did that. Why didn't I just go for my minerals? Why didn't I just go for my avocado, which I then did and felt the same? So the sugar just made me feel worse. It didn't make me feel better emotionally or health-wise. So I figured today, as you all know, that if you've been watching, that Daryl launched this book last week. We were so excited. And if you haven't been watching, why? Why haven't you been watching? So make sure you put this in your calendar every week.
Yeah, and share it with your friends, your family, because this is all about you and giving you the information you want to hear and need to take your health, energy, everything to the next level. So
absolutely.
It's all about you.
And look, we're both dressed for winter today because we both said when we walked in today how cold it is.
Yeah.
And it's cold. And what do we do when it's cold? We want to eat more carbs or not eat because we're so cold, so we want to drink something hot, which could be bad. It may not be the best thing. Like maybe you want hot chocolate with milk, or maybe you want something like a sugary in your tea or your coffee. So
Joan's talking about the standard American diet, which is the SAD diet, if you look at that.
Standard American diet. I like that. Okay.
Absolutely.
The SAD diet.
And here's the thing, is that it doesn't need to be that way. It doesn't have to be that way.
Right.
You know, people get in their routines. They're kind of locked into doing the same thing over and over. They call it their comfort zone. But it's literally not a comfort zone. It's what I call a suffering zone. We're just used to it.
I'm not comfortable.
And to get out of that zone, you have to raise your standards. You have to start making better choices. Yeah. It's not about depriving yourself. So again, you can enjoy this lifestyle. So it's really about just adding in. We talked about this starting with New Year's. Yeah. It's about adding in the healthy foods one at a time, so you know what's working, what's not working. So you really just got to dial into your body and see what your body really is craving. And it's not the fat in terms of the ice cream fat, and it's not the sugar. There's deeper things when you look at those cravings.
So what are you saying?
So what I'm saying is that it's
I have a problem.
No, I mean, this went all the way back to Halloween, and then to Thanksgiving,
yes, it did.
and then
we talked about sugar on Halloween,
and then to and then the holiday parties, and Hanukkah and Christmas, and then New Year's. And I can't tell you how many people January 2nd come into my office. People were sick, not feeling well. They were tired. They were exhausted. They gained extra weight. They were sick and tired of being sick and tired. And they're like, what's wrong? What can I do? So there is a physiological response to this. This is not just about like what our mind thinks is like, I'm stressed, I'm going to eat the crappy foods. When I say crap, C-R-A-P, completely refined and processed. That's what crap is. And that's acid. That's acidic foods. They inflame your body and they don't make you feel well. Plus, they lead you down the avenue towards more inflammation and chronic disease. So we got to break that cycle. But what is stress? Stress is something that we all feel. We've talked about this, I think, the last time. When you're stressed, your body releases a hormone called cortisol. Have you heard of that hormone before? It's your stress hormone. Yeah. And when cortisol goes up, your body releases blood sugar. It has to, because what is cortisol? All right, when we're stressed, it's all about fight or flight. You know, back in like the caveman era, it was a saber-toothed tiger and needed to run away. So you needed energy. That's what your body did. It mobilized this blood sugar to get you out of danger. But the problem is that we're living in this day and age where everybody's chronically stressed especially after the holidays.
Isn't that amazing?
And when it's crazy.
Like it's supposed to be easier now in this time period.
Yeah,
we're not like necessarily growing and hunting for our own food, but yet we are more stressed.
Yeah, we are, and I think if you look at social media and all this, there's obviously a lot of great things about it, but it comes with its
which
curses,
is why
like
we're
everything.
doing this to show the positive side of it.
It's all about balance. I mean, that's
So
the
true.
takeaway of everything. But cortisol goes up, your body releases blood sugar. Then what happens? The key hormone of the body, insulin. All right, when the insulin goes up to get rid of that blood sugar, to lower it, it stores fat. So why do people gain weight when they actually are stressed? It's because the body is storing fat. And then what happens is we don't get out of this stress cycle, and the body gets locked in it. The body keeps on releasing this insulin. It leads you down the path to insulin sensitivity, where your blood sugar drops. So when that blood sugar drops, what does your body crave? Sugar. All right, so that's really what happens with this whole kind of fight or flight response. It's really a stress thing. So we got to really look to stress. I always say this time and time again. Stress outweighs anything you can eat or drink 1,000,000 times to one. And it's not about lowering it, though. Yes, that's a goal for ours. It's about what can you do, what can you add into your life, all these different things that we've been talking about to make stress better, to adapt to stress.
Okay. So in that vein, so you have 7 steps in 7 days. So what I'd love to talk about today, we have a cleanse coming up next week, which I cannot wait for.
Super excited for.
People can do this on your own, but it is so nice to do this as part of a group.
It's a group cleanse,
It is so nice to do it. You can always do a 7-day cleanse or a 2-day detox from Get Off Your Acid on your own. But this is one where you give an amazing introductory call, a kickoff call this coming Saturday, and then we begin the cleanse. We prep Sunday, we begin the cleanse Monday, and it's 7 days. I've done this now for more than a year. I messed it up big time the first time because I didn't plan. So this time we're planning, and it will start a week from yesterday. And so I wanted to go to the book because it's a 7-day cleanse and say, what 2 items could we pull from this book that they can start to do right now to prepare to A, feel better, and B, if you're going to join us, which we really hope you try and join us on the cleanse, what can they prepare now for next week so that they have a better chance of sticking to this?
Yeah, and I want to keep it kind of focused on the sugar because I think that is everybody's challenge, especially after the holidays.
And as I said, I ate low-fat ice cream. Didn't make me feel better. Probably the high fat would have made me feel better, but we can talk about that as well.
And then you told me earlier that you had an avocado after, and that made you feel better because I really think that when you are eating specific foods, your body's going after those foods because there's really something more that it's craving. So if I'm craving ice cream, my body really needs more fat.
Absolutely.
If I'm craving sugar, this is the biggest issue with everybody. This was my issue for a good portion of my life. I had a hardcore addiction to sugar. My story is in the book. And it comes down to one thing, mineral deficiency. So if you're out there, if you're craving sugar, if you're addicted to sugar, when I say sugar, I'm not just talking about the white sugar in a spoon. I'm talking about carbs, pasta, bread. It's crazy because when you look at the amount of sugar bought out in stores, the actual white sugar has come down. So it's really the hidden sugars that we're talking about. It's the sugar in all these different forms of processed foods. So it's 2 things we have to focus on. Number 1, increase minerals. Number 2, increase your healthy fats. You got to remember, there are fats that heal and there are fats that kill. And there's a difference between the 2. And we can talk about those.
Well, and for example, with the avocado, so I ate vanilla bean ice cream. I added some nuts to it, at least that felt better. But then I ate half of an avocado, which I mushed up with Hawaiian that you had given me, you and Chelsea, Hawaiian black sea salt.
Oh, it's my favorite. Love it.
Oh my goodness. I mushed it up. And I was going to put it on Ezekiel bread. I didn't even need it. I just ate it just like that, and I felt so much better after doing that. And I will then also tell you that the minerals, you had talked to me about this, and we've talked about this a number of times since I came in here for the very first time. I have been taking them, and I said, is it too much? I have been taking these no less than 6 times a day.
Wow, good for
I'm
you.
not kidding. And I don't even put them in water. I use a spoon and I scoop them right in my mouth. I actually love the taste. And I wake up in the middle of the night, I take a minerals. I am during the day, I'm feeling a craving for a coffee with a flavored creamer or for ice cream or something, and I take the minerals, and it really, I did not believe this.
There you go.
But it really does help me.
Yeah.
And again, I swear on this because it shocks me.
Yeah.
So why is this happening?
You're deficient in minerals. I mean, that your body is literally crying for these minerals. And it's the same thing for salt. If you're craving salt, it's minerals, mineral salt. So same thing, like there's good fats and bad fats.
Right.
There's good salt and bad salt. So minerals, especially magnesium, when it comes to sugar cravings, is what your body really is craving. So you give it those minerals, and it doesn't have to be just in the form of this. I mean, yes, this is most important because in that powder form, right, which I recommend. I don't recommend taking these in the tablet form because it just ends up as expensive urine. You're literally peeing out all the good stuff, right? When you take a tablet, only 10 to 30% absorption. Oh, wow. Assuming your gut or digestive system is working 100%, none of ours is. So you really want to go to these powder forms for vitamins because they assimilate into your body within 30 seconds.
Okay.
They're fast acting. So if you're craving something, you take a scoop of that in water, boom, it's like those cravings go away. And I got to tell you, I'm not kidding when I said a lifelong addiction to sugar. I started researching and I kind of became a health detective.
Right.
And I followed that evidence, as they say, and it led me to acid. And when I figured it out, minerals was my key deficiency. So I started adding minerals, and that's what led me to actually formulating these. After a few weeks, my cravings were gone. I mean, how can you reverse a lifelong addiction to sugar in a couple of weeks? It's as simple as that. Your body is so innately intelligent. It wants to heal. It wants to go for balance. That's what it's designed to do. But you just got to give it what it needs. And yes, you know, it is about reducing some of these acid-forming foods. But for me, every time I tried to kick the sugar habit, I did it by deprivation. I mean, it could have been a month, 2 weeks. I came right back with a vengeance, and it was actually worse before I started. But once I started adding these, what happened is the good outweighed the bad. Yeah. So it's really about resolving your deficiencies in your body. Once your body gets what it needs, the body does the rest. You don't have to tell it what to do. It's brilliant.
Do you think that we need this more in the winter? Would there be a reason for that?
I think the wintertime, people tend to get more stressed. People tend to, I'm not saying everybody, but you know, as a whole, especially in the northern climates where it's colder, people don't exercise as much. You know, because of that, it kind of, you're either going towards health or going towards not health. Right. And I think that a unhealthy habit leads to more unhealthy habits. So the answer is yes, I do think people need it more, not because their body needs it more. I think it's because people's lifestyle choices tend to be a little bit more on the acid side, not the alkaline side. So their body requires it because of what they're doing. Okay.
It's interesting now that you're talking about it. I actually realized I don't think I was actually even craving the ice cream, but my head wanted it. Yeah. As opposed to even my body wanting it. And so if I can talk my head out of it and go to this, I know this makes me feel better.
Yeah, I mean, our mind is that powerful, and I think we are all driven by habits. You know, and habits can be constructive or they can be destructive. And if we've been used to one way of life, of living and eating for such a long period of time, that's what our brain is programmed to do. So you can actually start these new habits, and this is why when we talk about New Year's, this is why I love this cleanse. You know, it's like the New Year, New You. Why is this one of the most important cleanses? Because you're literally, you know, resetting your body. It's like something about January gives your body permission to let go. It's like you have permission to say whatever happened in 2017, goodbye.
Isn't that weird? It's one day.
Yeah, but you know what? It's kind of like a cultural thing, and I'm okay with it. I always say, like, resolutions, I don't believe in them because you should resolve every day to live this way. But, you know, for some people that don't, it's okay to start new and to start fresh, and that's what this kind of 7-day cleanse is all about. So I think what happens, we go back.
Yeah. So Saturday's the kickoff call, and Monday the 22nd is the actual beginning of the cleanse. So what can we start to do now? Because I did make a commitment, and we talked about this, about our 30 days, make something a habit. I have been taking my omega-3 every single day already, and it is like in my calendar. It reminds me. In fact, I've set my alarm on my calendar to take my vitamins regularly because you've always told me to space them out. Don't take them all at once.
Schedule it.
Some of them you have to take with an empty stomach. Some of them you take with a full stomach. So I'm very conscientious of that. So what can we do this week right now to prepare?
Good. And if there's anyone out there that is new to this kind of 7-day alkaline cleanse, you can go to our website, which is getoffyouracid.com.
And we'll post it as well.
It's not too late to sign up. We have a few spots left. It's a group cleanse, so there's a certain amount of people that I'm coaching live in our private Facebook group, which you'll get obviously access to. But
Right.
I think the most important thing, because what happens is when people start to detoxify, the body literally like a vacuum pulls these toxins out, all right? That's the lymphatic system, throws them into the blood to be eliminated from the body. Sometimes when you're really acidic, your body can get some cleansing symptoms. So
I had that last time,
You did.
and 2 times ago especially.
Right. So I don't want you to wait till the first day or the second day of the cleanse to start to increase your water.
Okay.
Right. Hydration
Right
is
now.
exactly. Hydration is essential. You know, the average person loses 2.5 liters of water every single day. So if you're not drinking at least 3 liters of water, you're deprivation. All right. And you hear me say this all the time. When that plant wilts, what comes to your mind? Water. Right. We're no different. So I want everybody to start increasing their water intake. It's the most simple thing that you can do, but it's going to be very powerful because that's going to support everything leading into the cleanse. If you wait for day 1 or 2, it's already too late. And again, I want everybody to avoid those cleansing symptoms, and they don't have to happen.
The solution to pollution is dilution. That is like on my brain.
Exactly. And you know,
But actually it has to be the right water too, because
Yes.
you have to, some of the water that we drink is just not.
Yeah, I mean, people say New York tap water is the best, but the best out of what? You know, they did a study on tap water, and they found that there was actually Prozac in the drinking water from the urinary
that's
discharge of people taking the drug. I mean, how sick is that?
That's lovely.
So you must get a water filter, all right? And bottled water is not the answer either because it has all the BPAs and all that other stuff. There's a German study that found over, I think it was 2,400 different forms of chemicals in one bottle of water. So you really got to invest in a filter. If you have any questions about that, you know, let me know where you're looking to spend. I can help you find your best bang for your buck. But you need to drink clean water. We got to bump up the pH of that water. We need to have alkaline water. You can do that as simple as adding an organic lemon slice, a lime slice. You can add our superfood powers, which is our daily greens, our daily minerals. So there's a lot of ways. But again, hydration is essential. But you can be drinking the same amount of water as I am, but if I have all these different things in my water that supercharges it, I'm going to be more hydrated. All right, so it's really about giving your water the best potential so that you have the best advantage.
Well, and I have to tell you, I've noticed that when I wake up in the middle of the night, it's less often now because I'm taking so many minerals. It's less often than I'm waking up to go to the bathroom. Is there a reason for that?
Absolutely. I mean, your body is most acidic between 1 and 3 o'clock in the morning. So if you're out there and you can't sleep, you're waking up a lot in the middle of the night. If you're peeing a lot, I always say pee your way to better health. It's your body actually stabilizing its pH, right? Your kidneys are your detoxifying organs, so your kidneys are trying to get the acid out, right? So what happens is as you alkalize your body and the minerals are detoxifying, the minerals neutralize the acid, your body doesn't have to do it. Your body doesn't have to work so hard. So that's why I always say drink your minerals at nighttime because you want your body to have its best shot at getting its best night's sleep. So the minerals are very common for sleep, but what they also do is they neutralize the acid.
Is there a level where there's too much to take?
Minerals?
Should I not take over a certain amount of it a day?
Well, there's too much of anything. You know, you can have too much water. So I think it's really about looking at what your body needs are. How toxic is your body, and that's really going to give you your answer, right? If you're starting out, I always say start with 1 scoop a day and then go up from there. But as far as the greens, there's times I've had 9 scoops a day.
Of greens?
You know? Yeah, absolutely. So I mean, you can't OD on it. You know, the minerals.
These are the greens.
Yeah, those are the greens. They're awesome.
27 superfoods, 5 servings in 1 little scoop.
Yep.
I actually took it sublingually as well on a spoon. It's not as tasty to me as the minerals, but I liked it. I still liked it.
Yeah, and what Joan's talking about is that you have so much blood vascularity in the mouth. When you put some of the powder here, it gets absorbed right into your blood system. So again, it doesn't have to go in this way, but even that way, it's 30 seconds of absorption.
And I'm actually going to mention my marketing assistant, Brianni, who's probably watching us right now. She actually has had a lot of acid reflux, and the minerals have really helped her. And she actually heats up the water a little bit for her minerals. She likes it more as a tea. So, and she notices immediately she starts to feel better.
Totally, and you can do the green tea. It's a real green tea way better. Green
that's
superfood
true.
powder.
There you go. I'm going to try that today. I haven't heated it yet, so that's a great idea. All right, so water.
So I think the main thing is that it really depends on what your diet looks like, how acid forming or alkaline forming. So what you want to really start to do heading into the cleanse, because on the cleanse we're removing all of our acidic foods. What I love about this cleanse is that you're eating. I mean, remember when Kelly Ripa went on her show and she said, I ate more in this cleanse than I did in my real life. So,
and I felt that too. I'm like, I can't eat more. I really can't eat more of this.
Right. So you're getting 130 different recipes of my alkaline recipes. I mean, these recipes are so good, you're going to think you're cheating.
No, I really do. I will agree with that. Especially because I cannot wait to have beyond four chia pudding, pumpkin and chocolate.
I will make you some.
I'm going to say that 10 times in a row.
So what you want to do right now is start to flip the switch. 80% of your diet, you want to have these alkaline forming foods. And what are these acidic foods that you're putting in your body? You want to start to bring them down. Mm-hmm. All right, so whether that's coffee, whether that's grains, all right? A lot of people think grains, meats, okay? 80-20 is what I want you to do now, and really start to increase your green juices, your green smoothies, more of your alkaline recipes, so that once day one comes around, it's not too big of a transition for you. Mm-hmm. I don't want you going from this end of the spectrum to that end of the spectrum. But again, it's very manageable. I mean, you're eating, smoothies in the morning, you're having a lunch, you're having a dinner.
Right.
You're doing our detox protocols.
Right.
You're drinking our superfood juices. So it's really just a very diverse cleanse. And in my experience, I think why so many people succeed on this one. I mean, we have like a 99% success rate. And I can't tell you how many people in our Facebook group, when they actually are finished on day 7, they say, Dr. D, can I keep going?
And I did.
And you did.
I did.
And it's like, absolutely, because this is like the way we should be
And it just
eating.
makes it easier, thinking-wise.
Right.
Now, what people are going to say, okay, but I have to go out to dinner for this, or I have a business trip, or I this, or I that. What tips can you give somebody if that's the case?
Yeah, I mean, that's what I love about this is you can go out to eat. You can do this when you're traveling. Ideally, optimally, it's when you're home. But yes, you can do this when you're travel. But you got to be careful. And as you said before, you've got to be prepared. So if I'm going out to a restaurant, what I don't want to do is I don't want them bringing the bread basket out. It's a lot of people's weakness. And any place you go, you can get a salad. You can get 2 sides of like mixed vegetables with some healthy fat oils on top. So it doesn't have to be ordering like a main course. A lot of times when Chelsea and I go out, we'll get a bunch of these side dishes or small appetizers and we'll share them.
Yeah.
The last restaurant we went to, we posted Braden eating 2 plates of like asparagus with oil and garlic.
Braden, okay, son, alkaline baby, alkaline in the womb and out of the womb. This kid.
He's amazing.
What a lucky kid to grow up in that environment and just being given the chance to be uber healthy. I mean, seriously, this kid is like amazing
it's so
to
cool.
watch him eat vegetables.
It's amazing. I mean, you can literally manipulate the DNA of your children.
Yeah.
This goes down to the cellular level, and as he's a little bit older now, he's 3.5. He's with school, and there's the school parties, and he's gonna have a cookie. He's gonna have those things, and we're not those parents that are like, you can't do this. But when we're at home, like we can really control. So you have to really be role models for your children, in my experience. And how can you eat something and then tell your kid that he can't have it or she can't have it?
Right.
It's just not fair.
Right.
So you have to be role models. You got to raise your standards. You got to look at your closets, your cupboards, your pantry, and see what's in there, because your kids are going to go in there whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
And if it's there, how can you say you can't have that? So it's not about all or none. It's about balance. That's how this thing works. You can enjoy some of these acid-forming foods. If you want to have a coffee, have your coffee. But what are you putting in your coffee? You must have like a green drink or a big glass of lemon water before that. Yeah. So it's really about arming your body, giving your body the things that it needs so that when these acidic foods come or when the stress hits, and you may not know when that stress is going to come, you need to be prepared.
Yeah.
Give your body the things that it needs to neutralize the acid so your body doesn't rob Peter to pay Paul.
Yeah.
In other words, if I'm not getting the minerals in this way from dark green leafy vegetables, from raw soups, from green smoothies, from green juices, from our alkaline supplements, what's going to happen is your body is going to find a way to get them, right? It's not about raising your pH, folks. That's not what this alkaline diet's about.
No, because you said your pH is kind of set.
It is set. It's tightly regulated.
Yeah.
It does it all on its own, and that's the beauty about your body. So the whole purpose of eating alkaline is to take stress off your body's own buffering system so it doesn't have to do the work on its own. People are so acidic because they're pumping up their body with these acid-forming foods, is that their body now is robbing calcium from the bones to neutralize the blood pH. It's taking magnesium from the muscles. It's taking sodium bicarbonate from your mouth. So people are getting osteoporosis. People are getting tooth decay, muscle cramps, spasms, fatigue. Why? Because the blood pH is so important. If that number deviates by 1 point, you're in a coma and you're dead. All right, medical physiological texts say it's the most important number of the body, and it is. So the whole purpose of why we do this is to give your body the energy. So we're not reacting, we're proactive.
Great. I realize now, sitting here talking to you, that a few of the times during the day recently that I've taken the minerals are when all of a sudden I think it's a craving now that I'm thinking about it, and it's actually stress. I'm starting to feel anxious and stressed, and I reached for the minerals, and it actually made me feel better. So now I'm actually going to start to look at this and actually write it down when I take it to see what I was doing or where I was psychologically at that moment, if I was in a stress mode, which I'm tending to now think I actually was.
I think that's such an awesome point that you brought that up, because
I forgot about this.
Who doesn't have stress in our day and age? Whether that's physical stress, chemical stress, emotional, thermal stress. So stress
that's every day lately.
Yeah, stress is the silent killer. Stress is what is killing us. It's making us age faster than our true biological age.
Right.
And that's why I love the minerals, is that they calm your body, all right? They help you be focused. You can take them during the day. People are like, you say take them at night because they help you sleep. Is that going to make me sleepy? No. They help you sleep because they neutralize
in the beginning too.
Right. Yeah. They neutralize the acids, so now your body doesn't have to work so hard, so it can focus on sleeping. If I take them during the day, I'm going to be focused. I'm like a focused energy machine, but it's not like an energy ramped up like sugar. It's like a really just focused streamline, and you get stuff done.
You do. You really do. All right. Well, that's a great point to say, okay, I think we've given you a lot of information, and I think it's time to say goodbye today.
Yeah. Oh, I want to mention one thing. So last Tuesday, we said that anybody shares our post,
yes, absolutely,
they will get a free signed copy of the new book by me, and I added in a canister of the Daily Greens and Daily Minerals. We are still running this. So again, if you share this post today with your friends on Facebook or the post we did last week, you will be in the drawing to win a free signed book and a canister of greens and minerals. All right?
You want to do this now.
Yeah.
Because you want to do this. And don't forget to go on getoffyouracid.com if you're interested in the 7-day cleanse that will start on Monday. It is not too late. You can order throughout this week. There are certain things you need to do the cleanse. If you're in New York City, you could actually pop in the office if you're not ordering online and you can't get there. Pop in the office on 79th and Madison on the Upper East Side of Manhattan, and you can actually meet Dr. Daryl, and you can buy it directly here if you need to. So, but go online, because we're offering some specials right now. There is a buy one, get one of the packets. So there's a box that comes with the packets, the individual servings of the greens and the minerals. I keep these in my bag all the time. There's the box. So you get, if you buy a greens, you get a greens. And if you buy a minerals, you get a minerals. And it's fantastic because they're easy to take with you.
On the go. It's all about convenience.
Yeah, and it's like greens to go, minerals to go. We're hashtagging it.
And we will post down below where to get the book on Amazon. It's being sold in Barnes & Nobles, on iTunes. But Amazon, who doesn't work from Amazon?
So happy about
super
this.
exciting.
So, super excited for this cleanse. I need it.
It's going to be awesome.
So thank you so much for joining us today. Dr. Daryl, on behalf of Dr. Daryl.
And I want to thank Joan, because every Tuesday she's just a rock star, and I know she always talks about her ice cream, but she truly is living. I
gotta stop it with the ice cream.
She truly is living this lifestyle, and I just love speaking to her, and she's just such a good-hearted person. So, Joan, I just want to acknowledge
Thank you, and shout out to our friend over there, Chelsea.
Of course.
Not your friend, your wife, but my buddy, Chelsea, because she is our alkaline warrior. Let me tell you, there is nobody that gets this lifestyle better than Chelsea. So thank you to Chelsea for being such an inspiration. Yeah. And we'll see you all next week.
Tell us what you want to hear. All right, post down any topics.
Absolutely.
We're happy to talk about it.
Yeah.
We love and appreciate you all. Get off your acid.
Next week will be
Step
day 2.
Up, raise your standards. Let's get 2018 started the right way. I will see you next week with Joan. Same time, same Alkaline channel.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.